I'm Jon Finn, and I teach in the guitar department here at Berklee College of Music. I've been teaching here a little bit over 30 years. I teach private lessons. I teach a guitar lab called Advanced Modern Rock Guitar Improvisation. I teach a class for all instruments called Rock Improvisation Techniques. And I also teach a progressive instrumental rock ensemble, which is also for rhythm section instruments. And I also do the recital preparation degree program with some of the students, some of the performance major students. And I'm also an advisor and mentor in certain circumstances. And I'm also the producer of a concert event yearly called a Guitar Night Rock and Pop. Right, I think for me, being a musician is all about that communal experience of playing with other people. Mm-hmm. And a lot of what I try to work on as a player has been about, you know, first of all, just being strong as a player, but also being able to function with a group of people so that, I mean, hopefully I sound good, but the whole sounds good too.
That's great.
You know, I mean, I started playing in bands professionally by the time I was like 14 maybe. And, you know, at the time we were learning what's now called classic rock stuff. So we were doing tunes by, you know, maybe Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, Rolling Stones, Deep Purple, things like that. And, you know, my probably strongest value is I really try to get to know who the student is, try to get to know what they're interested in, and in particular how they learn, because everybody learns a little bit differently. And if I can figure out how they learn, then my next step is to try to show them how they might learn something as a way of showing them how to teach themselves. You know, if I have an overreaching philosophy about teaching, it's very simple. My job is to make myself obsolete so that when the student graduates, that I've given them all the tools they need to be able to teach themselves. I mean, one of the things that's amazing about working in the guitar department, there's I think 65 teachers on the guitar faculty, all world-class players, all amazing teachers, and man, walking around this department, you know, just when I think, geez, I'm starting to get a little bit of a handle on this, somebody comes along with some idea that just blows my whole concepts out of the water, and I'm kind of back to square one working on some new thing. So just being in this environment is consistently inspiring, because there's so many points of view and so many different approaches and so many people here who are so great at what they do that it's amazing, because I just always feel like there's something new and something exciting for me to sort of grab onto that's a little different than what I've been doing. So that's my favorite thing about being here, is just all that stuff that you can sort of sink your teeth into. It's everywhere. The way that I approach it is I try to break things down into three categories: head, hands, heart. So the head is anything intellectual with being a musician. So, you know, knowledge of theory, ability to read music, ability to concentrate, ability to understand what you're playing, where you are in the tune, things like that. Hands, physical coordination required to execute what it is you're trying to play. And then heart is the creative expression. Why you play it, because you know you can be the cleanest, fastest, intellectually savvy person, but man, like nobody cares if you don't have some sort of a story to tell. So, you know, technically I'm always looking at trying to find ways to balance those three things within myself, and then encouraging my students to kind of do the same.